Good morning, Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. Today is Monday, August 20th, 2018. I hope you had an awesome and great weekend. I know I did. Watched my oldest son scrimmage against, only a sophomore and got some playing time at the varsity level on the offensive line and also on the defensive line. So he makes me look short, to be honest. I mean, just I'm 5'10" at best right now, and he's 6'3", 220-ish as a sophomore, and only going to get bigger and stronger. And I can't get around him and he said, "Come on, Dad, get around me like I'm the offensive line and your defense trying to get around." This Friday coming is the opening game for Under the Lights. Friday night, his first Friday night experience, and hopefully he'll get a little bit of playing time he's kind of first alternate to come in on the line, so I'm hoping he gets in on the offensive line to give a breather to an individual, not by injury obviously, but by someone that needs a little bit of a break before, or on the defensive line, to give some kid a breather to get him, get his legs back underneath him and stuff like that. So that's what I hope, knock on wood. And so that way he is being a proud dad. I'd love to see him do better than his old man. I was only a 2-year letterman at high school level. I'd like to see him be a 3-year letterman. So he has the possibility and the chance, obviously stay healthy and whatnot, to be a 3-year letterman in 2 different sports. So that's a hell of a lot better than I ever did. So, and at a 6A school to boot. So in Western Pennsylvania, and this is the proud dad speaking, right? So, I'm sure you're proud of your children as well. But, looking through the lens of a dad, 3-year letterman in 2 different sports, I'm hoping that helps on the scholarship front. That it's less money that we have to dish out for college. So, hey, call it what it is, right? His grades are pretty good, so half and half. I mean, I'm realistic. I don't believe he's Division I material, but hey, Division II, Division III, half and half scholarship with athletic and academic combined. I mean, this is a serious possibility for this kid. So having basically a full ride on those 2 combined. So that's kind of the overall goal that I'd love to see for him. Don't know what sport he'd go end up playing, but most likely here in Western PA, football is hands out the most scholarships in this local area. It still does. So realistically speaking, his odds of getting a scholarship in football are greater than volleyball in this case. So anyway, long story short, that's where I am. We are looking at the crude oil market, the crude oil futures. The highest volume bar in the session is right here at 721 at 980. It is not above 1,000 though. I know I got caught on Friday taking a bar that wasn't completely kosher, for lack of a better way of saying it. And this is likewise a very close bar right now that I've marked. And by the way, we're running with 17.8 is 1R. We add 2 more to it now. So we're going to 20 tick stop to start with a trailing stop. And you can see our 3P target 65. So that's what we've set up for, by the way. As far as ranges go, we see that if the real range hits extreme ranges, we have a possibility of running 67.82 to 62.60. So that's kind of from the open. As far as more reasonable targets on the GAN side, it would tell you that if we could run 66.45 on one side, could be an up move, and 63.98 could be a possible down move. So basically go down $1 or up $1.50, it looks like right now from where we are trading. As far as Mondays go, the economic report, let's look at the economic front. Then let's look at the week in advance. This is what I normally do. The best way to look at a week in advance on Forex Factory is to push the calendar button, and then that'll and then of course you can put whatever you want as far as that kind of stuff. What countries you want to see and whatnot. So looking at the U.S., there's really nothing here. Let's go in the right red reports. No, there's nothing red. And orange, we have an FOMC meeting, or speaker, not a meeting, just speaking, nothing important. Tuesday, nothing to speak of economically. Wednesday is our big day, right? Inventories and minutes are coming out in the afternoon. This is just the minutes of the previous month, or previous meeting, excuse me. You see existing home sales, retail sales in Canada. And in the U.S., you have the existing home sales, and then 30 minutes after that, inventory is coming out at 9:30 Central Time. Thursday, let's look at Thursday. Looks like a big economic day, but all yellow in the U.S. Jackson Hole Symposium on day one. And then to finish the week up, we see the core durable orders goods coming out on the typical Friday, last Friday of the month, or second Friday, and that comes out roughly around the same time. And we see the Fed Chairman Powell is speaking, and so that is something to be aware of on the Friday right now, is that two things that I would say that could influence the markets. Always the federal chairman can influence the market in the crude oil side of it. Obviously, we're looking at just economics right now. And then Wednesday, this could be the big thing too. Outside of that, we're looking at the week prior. We have a couple weeks left of quote unquote summer. So volume could be a little off. We have moved contracts, by the way. We are currently trading, let's get rid of this now. We're currently trading the October contract that is now the front running contract. If you look at the volume differences, you have 133,000 down here against 15,000. So this will be settlement day, I'm assuming, today. I've showed on previous videos how you can look that up yourself. Just as a reminder, best way to look at it is going to CME, Globex, CMEgroup.com. And then you want to go into trading, pick the right, let's see, energy groups. Crude oil futures. Here's your futures contracts, calendar, everything you need to know right here. So this is everything you need to know and more. Settlements. Actually, 17th was final trading day for September, it looks like. Or August was final trading day. September. I'm hunting for, that's just settlements. Calendar. See if this shows it. September, last trading date. Settlement on the 21st, so last trading date is tomorrow. Last trade coming on the 21st of August 2018. So settlement on the 21st. If you are physically a holder of crude oil futures, you are saying I want delivery. So you don't want to do that. If you are just a normal speculator, you don't want to take barrels of crude oil into your house. That's just kind of silly. That's for the hedgers and the people that actually want it. So that's the beauty of futures. So now we are looking at the live market. Now top down. Let's start at the daily chart and work our way down. I do this every week. Some things are just normal. We talked about last week. This week we saw we went down on the 15th, which was Wednesday, and then we've sort of recovered since that. We're closing in on the 200 bar moving average and expect if we could reach down there, we'd probably bounce off of it. So downside potential to about 63-ish, 62.5. That's downside potential. Most likely if it hits there, it's going to be a strong bounce and then come up. So what am I saying? What are you saying, Dave? If we come down from this height, we're going to come, somewhere in this area probably, and then bounce strong off of it, retest right in this area, and then if it's meant to go down, then it'll come back around like that. That's a typical movement that you would probably see, and knowing that is what would happen. And if come back to retest and then the shorts would come back to sell it again, if it is a true downward movement right now, that's most likely the scenario. You see a support going to come in right around this area too, most likely. Working our way top down on the hourly. Now the upside potential, that's pretty evident as well. You got this up here, so triple top is what's is in effect on the other side, right? What else do we have going on? Oh, top down. So let's go to the hourly chart. On an hourly, we see a Gann signal forming, which is kind of cool if you like that kind of thing, which I do. We see a 1, a 2, a 3, and then we have a possible 3 into 4 that could lead the market down. So it might be worthwhile to get involved in it at the open. 15-minute. Let's go back and look at where the hourly 200 bar way up here above R1, so out of play until R1. Now we saw 15-minute that it is in play right now. We're right on the 200 bar SMA on the 15-minute chart, and we can see that the little Gann line that we draw in here, we kind of want to be around pivot to take on this trade. If we can get a move back to pivot up above and then get into it, that would be ideal. And then coming down to 5-minute, we already see kind of a head and shoulders pattern already formed on this chart already. And there's your break line. So we've actually already into the break. Seeing some form of support right at this level. So maybe we can make a move back up through here somewhere or close to around here. Challenge pivot or close to it. Get some high volume kicking in. And then on the short side, be able to take it this way. And if it's meant to go up, then we'll wait and see what kind of volume that we see. Trading below the pivot to S1 right now. So I'm more apt to take short side trades or sell the market. Alright, so I hope that helps as a overall for you. I'm going to pause until I see something I want to trade. Alright, so as the market's opened up, what we see is an upward movement. If I would have been looking at the long side at all right now, where would I find value? Maybe right in this area a little bit above. Let's call it right there, 65.01. Now a 1p up move from there means that I need to see 23. which is easily doable. So marking the charts here, see if we get above this, and then volume kicks in, and then maybe we get a chance to short this market. Be back. All right, 30 minutes in, nothing really to show for the efforts, although I want to, consistent with my belief that we could head down, I want to be underneath this right here. I believe this is the mark, 6501, right in this area on the day for now. So 2 ticks under 6502 is 6500. Oh shit, what happened there? Clear, Latin. Okay, you saw what happened there. When I switched from September to October, when I was talking about that, I forgot to have that set. You know what, now that I made that mistake, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I think I still want to see the upswing. Let's not get involved until we see an upswing. So that's, discretion's the better part of valor. Y'all saw me do that though. One by one sell, I got in and out at the same price because I made a mistake. It automatically filled me, and I didn't want to take a 20 tick hit at the level that I'm not willing to be in the market. Alright, pausing. Alright, so we see the level coming under and then coming up quickly. So, like I said, discretion is the better part of valor. Just because I see something doesn't mean it's correct yet. I'm going to try to stand aside, and we haven't had 1,000 bar yet in come across the charts. In other words, nothing above 1,000 here, especially since the open of the market. We haven't seen, let's go, or not open, but my time to look at the market. I looked at it earlier and saw this. This was only possible trade entry if I would have thought about it. That's about it. Alright, then we see an upswing all the way back to pivot. So maybe we'll finally see that volume that I'm looking for. So wise decision to stay out. Volume wasn't there, so blessings in disguise. Volume wasn't there to take on any short side trade yet. As far as 1P target, very close to hitting it. so I'm at the pause. We made 1p, still waiting on volume. I'm going to pause here. My apologies. Waiting for volume to kick in. Alright, so we're making that upswing move. Next target on the upside is 65.45. That's a 2p. Still haven't had a bar above 1,000. And then if it does want to run 3, that is 66. So that can easily be done going up to R1. So that's what the market looks like right now. Still going to wait. If we get up there to the 2, 3 R1 level, I'll then pause and we'll see. I'm waiting for volume. Alright, so this is highest blue bar right now, 869. So let's think of this in another way. We have 980 on the red side, and now we have 869 on the blue. Difference being 111. That's going to put me into what I call a tiebreaker. So what I need now is a volume at least higher than 869, preferably up over 1,000. So that's what I'm going to be waiting on. So tiebreaker scenario is in effect on, we have the blue and the red. So now we are going to stand aside. So what I'm looking at right now is both sides have shot their opening salvo. Now it's time to see what side wants to take the day, if there is going to be a winner. Alright, so here we are at closing in on 9 a.m. minute away, and we are at pivot at settlement, undecided, standing aside until I see something. Be back if and when I do see something. Alright, we finally see our first bar. It's above 1,000 on the trading, so now we know what we're looking at. The mark made 2p. $1,075, so it breaks the tiebreaker. $869 at 841. And this bar right here breaks our tiebreaker for now. And let's see, how far are we away from 3p and R1? Really close. Most likely see a higher volume bar than this, 1075, but it is on the charts now at 9:02 a.m. And if I see something, I'm waiting for 1, 2, 3 to set up here. That doesn't count. Bite of the bar did not go underneath. Basically what I'm looking for right now. there it is. I was wondering what the hell happened to that. Alright, so now we have the fat of the bar underneath. Now we need to see it come back, and then we'll have a chance to see if we can take it short. I'm just goofing in the background here. Waiting. Alright, I'm pausing until I see something I want to trade. Alright, so what I did is add in, if I would have taken the trade up here on a fake out with the highest blue bar volume, this wasn't the trade that I was comfortable taking though after moving up 2p and then a bar showing, because usually when you see one of this, it could have easily at this point in time, even here, shot even higher and then caused another high volume bar. I've been burned one too many times on that, but I did mark the chart for the fake out, and that would be the 1p area for the fake out if it wants to hit it. Alright, pausing video. Alright, so what do we know about today? We got right on top of 1p on the down. So on the down move so far, we've moved 1p, and on the up move, we've moved 2p. That's what we know on a trading day on this Monday. Boy. So that's what we know. That would be everything taken into account. Still waiting. Honestly, what I believe is this 1,000 bar is already played out now. This 1,000 bar is played out right here. So what I want to see is another volume bar to come in before I even attempt to trade. I want to see more before, because we just might end up doing this. Alright, pausing. Alright, so according to system, our first entry point is in the charts at 23. I think it's a dangerous trade, but it is the first legitimate entry point that we've seen on the charts on this session, at least the way I look at it. Ideally, what I'd like to see is a movement back up to here and a double top, a high blue bar volume, and then a sell-off. Alright, so if I get filled, I'll let you know. Alright, we're in. Market's down 5 from entry. GAN target is 63.98, so I'm going to go for the GAN number. If we really fall, I want it. So we'll call it 63.99. That's GAN today. It fell 2 more ticks. This takes me out. I need another high volume bar to get involved in the trade. I want to be 1 tick above this right now, maybe 2. Call it 3. Above this. This is discretion side of trade. Want to try to see if we can hold this lower high pattern right here. Okay, we're close to getting stopped here. Went up to this one, 1 tick away. Prairie dog in it, 1. Prairie dog, 1 more over that, just in case this is as high as we're going. It's like my feeling was correct. This move had incorporated that 1,000 tick bar, and now we see, basically we see the after effect of the blow off coming through here, and then the movement that's going to most likely take me out at -18. So I'll need to see volume kick in to do any more trading. Alright, so I was right about that. That 1,000 bar was already, this down move was already incorporated in this move. And then we see this. So I need to maybe keep that in the back of my mind that you know, I pretty much thought that that was about as far as we're going to get at that point. So from the fake out, we went down 1p and then back up again. So coming in on the low of this down move against that pivot point. So a lot of reasons why to stay away from it. And well, what I know right now is I'm one trade away from being done on the day. Taking another 20 tick hit will put me at too close. We have our double top and we have our second 1,000 bar. I'm closing in on that R1 line and also a 3p move. As far as a high, it went 2 ticks higher. So for now, I like the short because we only just barely went higher. This will give us the ability to play the high as well. We're using this volume bar to get involved. 1161. That's highest volume bar of the session. 1161 coming in. Would come in at 48. Coming in at 926. From high to high, we've been up 8. I want to take away this move for now. This part of the higher high, we've busted up over, well, roughly higher than 5 ticks. So I want to stand aside until I see a true move to get involved in the trade. Pausing until I see it. I guess the taking the good with the bad, I did see this move here and really thought that this would have been about as far as we're going to go. So if I can incorporate that into my future trading, then that's going to be a bonus. Alright, so now I do have a signal here. I do like it below this though at 49. Alright, I'm going to pause until filled. If filled. Kind of interesting setup here that's actually working in our favor. Could possibly be the fourth time through on the 5-minute chart here. This is 5-minute. And getting involved right under here. And seeing if we can come back down into this area. Let's see if that works out today. We're in. Now I just need to see if it's correct. Down 4 from entry. Don't like being on the 5s. Coming down to see if this is the high, I guess. So if this runs me out here, this will be my last trade a day, because I'll be above 30 ticks. More important to preserve capital than it is to keep on trading in a bad day, or a day that's just not working out for you. Now 65.49, I would need 27. This could be, if it gets up here to that 3p area, then you know you're in an up day, and I'm wrong in my trading. So it's best to stand aside on a day that I'm completely wrong. There's no use trying to correct a wrong situation in a day that's proven me incorrect. Alright, so I'm going to override what I'm doing. I'm going to flatten. Kind of want to give myself one more shot at this. If it runs me out here, what I want to see is a really high blue bar volume, because I believe the market's going to go up hard. So this is what I'm protecting against. And then we're going to have to be patient and wait. Now if we can get under this, then maybe we can get down to pivot and lower. Down as low as 42 there. Down 7 from entry. What I'm thinking is that the market's setting up to go up hard, and I don't want to get caught in it. So this will put me down minus 25 roughly, and give me another shot at perhaps an entry. And I'm going to be looking for the market to really go up at that point and really see a blow off volume bar, something that makes me want to trade it. Otherwise I'll take a 25 tick hit and be alright with it. Alright, so I'm out, minus 24. I'm not going to play this side here. I don't believe that this side is the profitable side right now. I believe the market's got more business to do on the upside right now, and if it does head down from here, then I missed it. But I believe we're moving up, and we need to see an extreme volume bar on the blue side. Big bar. Or at least I would think about minimum of about 2K on the move. I'd rather just take my hit, and if this is all that she wrote on it, so be it. Pausing. Actually, let's unpause. Current market is where it is. Now pausing. Alright, so what do we know? The market went up to 61, and then it sold off. I got out here at 55, went and took a walk, and market sold off a little bit. But I also see this right here, and I still believe the long's stronger, but I don't know. Obviously, who knows? Went up 2 and down 1. That's what I know about today so far. And I'm waiting for something to make me want to trade it. Right now I don't see anything that makes me want to do anything. This is highest red bar volume right here at 1005 at 956. So I would tell you that this bar is offsetting the other bar. So back to tiebreaker scenario again, until I see something that wants to show its head, stand on its side. Actually, I'm going to stop this video here and make this into part 1 if I take no other trades. So this will be into part 1. Alright, hey, start of part 2. We'll see if we do this video or not as part 2. I'm going to pause for here. If I do anything, I'll let you know. Okay, I'm looking at this right here as the bottom. These two combined. If we continue to move lower, then obviously I'm going to, the 2P down move is actually 65.05. Okay, I missed it. So this was the true move. Came in on it, missed that, and well, I didn't like it. Didn't like it at the time. Didn't like the way it was reacting at that level. There really was no chance, in my humble estimation, to get back in. So what we know about today is that we've been down 2p and we've been up 2p, and we're still in that land of which way can the market go. It goes right up through there. $10 to 03, and then a violent move going on the upside here. What I was looking at was right here at the 200 bar SMA on the 5-minute chart. Alright, standing aside for now. Okay, if I wouldn't have second guessed myself on my short entry and I kept the stop, then I would have stayed in this trade and most likely been at least at break even right now. Uh, Definitely at break even at this point as the market moved to 2p. I missed this trade, and I'm not going to take another trade just to make up for a bad trade that I caused. So at this point, I'm going to stand aside. I'm going to take my beating, and I'm going to wait for the next trading day. So down 24 ticks, and we'll call it a trading day because I should be woulda, shoulda, coulda. This should have been a break-even trading day for me. And in fact, it could have been a positive day if I had just played what I thought, um, you know, one side discretion, the other side. And if I take my discretion away and just hold the trade today, then I'm able to pull out at least break even today. I don't like the way I don't want to further my loss today because these are the typical days that I'll get close to max daily loss. So I'm going to stop here, and in fact I'm going to shut my platform down, and you're going to watch me do it. So, and I'm not going to allow myself to take any more loss today. There you go. And then I will look back at it at 2:30 or 1:30 Eastern, 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central, and we'll discuss the end of the day at that point. All right, so I'll reopen it. You'll see me reopen the charts and look at it and talk about it this afternoon. Talk to you later. Bye now. All right, so here we are at 1 o'clock. The market has basically stayed inside that range. 2P was the down move, and then would have been taken out probably around here somewhere. Definitely would have been, if I'd have held that trade, I would have tried to get at least 1p, if not greater. Most likely exiting right here as we would move to over pivot. That's probably where have been my right here around my exit point. I'd made sure to get enough profit on the day to make it a break-even day. So as the end of the trading session is, I'm just going to keep my eyes on the market, see if there will be a break one way or the other. I don't expect there'll be a break, but um, anything can happen in the crude oil market in any given day. So I'm just going to keep my eyes on it. I'm not trading it, and we'll see how the day finishes up here at 1:30. All right, as I wrap up today's trading, I had one mistake that I flattened out, and two trades to lose 24 ticks. One of them was 18. I think that I could have traded this day better if I would have not taken the first trade and obviously held the second one. Then I think I could have pulled out maybe around a 1p profit target. I would say that maximum profit today would have been around 43 ticks, but most likely I would have probably ended up around, with one trade perfect today, around 20-21 ticks, probably 20 ticks in the positive, getting out a little after that pivot point that we talked about earlier. I'm glad that I stopped myself from trading, and I'm trying to be a lot more disciplined as it relates to my trading. So it's difficult to stand and watch something for the day, but I stood aside and I decided that when I did decide to stand aside, I was done on my trading day. So that's it. That's all I really want to talk about right now. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more conducive and be a better trending opportunity. All right. It's Dave Knight here at 123 Day Trade. Thanks for watching. Bye now.